Hey everybody, okay, so this is me back again, Peggy, and I am talking about tarot as a business on Etsy. So I'm going to keep this as simple as I can, which means I'm not going to keep it simple at all because you know me and how I talk, and I'm always on a little tangent somewhere, somehow. So let's get started. Selling tarot on Etsy. It's really simple and it's really easy, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. So there's a few things that you have to know, that you have to understand. Number one, every reading that you offer has to come with a disclaimer in the descriptions of some kind for entertainment purposes only. Now, Etsy is big on complying with state and local laws, so federally this is required. If your state has a different requirement, you have to follow that. So you would look up tarot disclaimers for and put in your state. Do a Google search, find out whether or not your state has specific things that have to be said. Most of them just, as far as I'm aware, most states, countries, Canada, whatever. I'm in Canada, so I don't know what each individual state does. Just simply requires you to have for entertainment purposes only, stated specifically in your listing. Then you're good to go. That's number one. Okay. You must offer a tangible good. Tarot is not a tangible good by itself. So, do you record and send, record, do you do live readings with somebody on Zoom or something like that? Okay, if you don't record it, then you don't have a tangible good. If you don't, you either need to record it or provide a written copy of what was discussed, whatever, something. The customer has to have something that they can pick up and interact with or click on a button. It can be digital. You're fine that way. You can just send an email. You can just send an email to them. You can send them the video file. Record your sessions. Send a written something so that they have a tangible product. There has to be a tangible product or Etsy will not be happy with you. So if you are doing live readings on Zoom or some other platform, I don't know if Zoom lets you record meetings or not. So I'm just using them because that's the one thing I can think of. So my recommendation is to record your readings and don't worry about the quality. As long as the customer's happy with it, then Etsy's happy. So provide a recording, provide a written something, like go back later and write everything up or something like that. Lisa pre-records her readings. She doesn't do them live. She records everything, sends a person a copy of the recording. Actually, she uploads it as a video file into YouTube and then sends them the link. Anyway, something tangible has to happen, something that they have to be given. So you're good there. Next is you cannot make health claims. You cannot make a claim. I will diagnose your illness and give you a treatment plan. You can't do that. That's illegal. You will get shut down the instant you try, the instant they find out about it. You might be able to get away with it for a while. Sometimes it takes a time to find things. But if that's there, you're gone. And you're gone at the first offense because it's illegal. Don't forget, there's illegal, as in the police are going to come and visit your door. There's illegal, as in Etsy could find themselves in court trying to defend this because they got called as a co-defendant. Okay, it's a reach, but it can happen, which is why Etsy doesn't fuck around. If it's not legal, it's not happening on their website. And just because somebody is getting away with it doesn't mean they're going to get away with it forever. Okay, this is not offering. There's a huge ethics debate in the tarot community anyway as to what promises you should and shouldn't offer people that you're reading for. You can say, I'm offering a reading doing a general health outlook. You can do that because you're not addressing a promise. You're not making a promise. And you've disclaimed entertainment purposes only. So you're fine. You're good to go. You can offer a general romance outlook. There's ways to be slightly more specific. I don't know what they are. I don't do readings online. Don't just simply go by what the other kids are doing. It's the same thing. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? Don't strictly go by that because you need to understand that some people are doing stuff on Etsy that when Etsy finds out about it, they're going to get shut down. This is the big thing that people get scared of. Oh, I can't do anything. I'll get shut down. That's not true. It's like, is this reasonable? And it's like, if you know that state laws already addressed this as, oh, you can't do this according to state law, then you can't do it on Etsy. And if Etsy finds out that you are doing it, that's when you get shut down. How do you operate legally in your day-to-day world? How do you make sure that you're not going to get in trouble in other venues? So how you word it matters is really the thing. And just make sure that you're not making promises, because then it's like witchcraft. Witchcraft and divination is fine as long as you're not swearing by it, as long as you are disclaiming it as entertainment only. But just because you've called it entertainment doesn't mean you can say you're diagnosing illnesses. That's just not going to fly. Okay. So something else that you cannot do on Etsy is a tip jar. And I've noticed that, I don't know if it's just, it can't be just tarot channels. I've noticed that tarot shops, I've noticed that there's tip jars showing up sometimes. You can absolutely have a tip jar, but there has to be a tangible service in exchange for the tip. So that could be you're going to throw a sticker in the mail for them with a thank you card. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Oh, if you give me a tip, I'll send you a thank you note with a sticker. You have a tangible good. They're buying something. Etsy's fine with that. But be aware of the tip jars. I've been seeing them more and more on shops that offer services. And this is not just for tarot. This is for if you're offering online consulting of any type. If I'm offering life coaching, people are offering life coaching on Etsy right now. I will offer life coaching and help you gain I will help you gain insight to block. Whoa, Lisa's home. My wife came home and startled me. She's in the background over there, guys. Say hi to ya guys.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so selling tarot on Etsy. So tip jars are fine, but make sure that you're giving them something in return. There has to be, no matter what you're doing in Etsy, there has to be something in return. It cannot be, we've had the meeting and the meeting is over. And like I said, even if you're just doing life coaching or whatever, oh, we've had the meeting and the meeting is over. It's like, okay, where's my video reference? Where is my write-up? If there's nothing, then don't do that. Make sure that they get something that they can refer to after the fact. If you're not already doing it as pre-recorded readings that you're then emailing to them or linking to them. Okay. So what is the other thing? My wife distracted me. She distracted me. She's so mean. She distracted me. Okay, so where are we now? So I am distracted. What was the other thing? Shipping. Shipping is weird with the tarot meeting because there's no shipping, right? You're doing a tarot reading. So everything that you do has to have a shipping time. And if you're selling digital downloads, that's immediate and you're fine. And there's a whole category for that. If you are offering a reading, you must give a time frame in which that reading is going to happen. The reading must happen within that time frame. So if you're saying you're going to do readings within 5 days, day 6 rolls around, you still haven't done the reading, technically you're supposed to contact your buyer and say, hey, I'm late. Would you like a refund? If not, I'll have it done by this time. And then you can push out your shipping times. You can do all sorts of stuff like that. But always, always, always make sure whatever time frame you're offering that you can accommodate. Because Etsy takes late shipping just as seriously with a physical good as they do with in this case linking them to a video or emailing them a video file. Make sure that whatever you've listed, make sure that whatever you've listed as the time frame happens within that time frame. A lot of people doing tarot get themselves really trapped because they want to compete, so they offer a 1-day turnaround, and then it's the weekend and they're out of town, and now they're fucked. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, next thing is refunds. Refunds is a tricky situation when it comes to tarot. Tarot isn't exactly well loved because it's so subjective. And Etsy can't really measure it, quantify it, whatever. So if you have a problem with a customer and they ask for a refund, you're generally speaking in your best interest. It is generally speaking in your best interest to give it. It's just customer complaints and low reviews can shut down shops for customer complaints and low reviews. And this will happen. This will happen because just like if anybody who's active in social media to begin with where tarot is concerned knows that there's always those people that are trolling around social media looking for a free reading. There are people that troll around Etsy looking for a free reading. You are going to encounter this at least once. So what the rule on this is, there's not really a rule. it is generally speaking in your best interest. Okay, I'm the bad guy. I went and got a reading and I don't want to pay for it, but it's like, oh, this is awesome. Thanks for the reading. This is great. Yep. And tomorrow I'm going to go, yeah, I wasn't happy with that. I want my money back. So you're going to go, wow, you're a dick. Now, I'll tell you right now, if that happens and you haven't already, and you have not yet put their written synopsis or emailed them their video link, great. Here's your refund. No problem. We're done. If you have, sorry, but you can fight it with them and say, well, I don't offer refunds. You can put in your policies that you don't offer a refund and then just deal with it when they bring it to your attention, right? You can go that way with it. But generally speaking, if somebody has a problem with a reading and asks for a refund, generally speaking, you're going to be stuck giving them the refund. And generally speaking, Etsy's not going to support you too much on that. So getting started, which is a whole other topic, generally, I can only generalize. If you're going to do readings online for Etsy, try to hopefully have at least somewhat of a customer base of your own that's willing to follow you to Etsy first, and then grow from there. That way you'll have guaranteed customers that are going to be a good experience for you. Somebody says, oh, I really wish you would do readings. Well, I'm thinking of Etsy. Well, if you do them on Etsy, I'll get a reading from you on Etsy. This will be awesome. Great, here's the link. I went ahead and got an Etsy. Here we go. Anyway. Generally speaking, it's in your best interest to offer refunds because generally speaking, online divination and stuff like that isn't necessarily something that's very well supported to begin with. Nothing wrong with that. But also, if you're doing life coaching, if you're doing online consulting, if you are selling a service online and somebody comes back and they're unhappy with you, it is way easier for them to get a refund than there is if there's a tangible, if there is like, I made you a couch, like Etsy is less supportive of that environment because Etsy wasn't really designed for it. I'm talking about Etsy in specific. There are other platforms that just simply, oh, you sell tarot? Yeah, we're not letting you in at all. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So that's that. I'm not going to go on about other platforms because I don't know what other platforms do and don't allow it. So I'm not even going to pretend, okay? So refunds, that's a pain in the ass. But here's the good news. You have the right to do business or not with anybody, and you don't have to give a reason. So if I've come in and I've been that dick and got the free reading from you, and you're like, okay, Peggy, here's your fucking refund. Yeah, be on your merry way. You don't have to be mean to me at all. You go, oh, gee, okay, communication 101. It looks better on you if you say, oh, I'm so sorry you didn't enjoy your reading. Here's your refund. Because you don't owe them anything at that point, right? But you do owe Etsy politeness. I've addressed this in a much, much bigger video. Customer Service 101, don't take your shit out on your customer, even when the customer deserves it. There's rules, everything's in writing, la, la, la. Okay, I come back 3 weeks later. I booked another reading, I can't wait. I hope you do better this time. It's like, oh, I'm really sorry, but I'm not able to give you a reading. I've already sent you your refund. Done. Well, what do you mean? You owe me a reading. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I've chose, I'm not doing a reading for you. Yeah, I'm sure you'll have no problem finding somebody else to do a reading for you. You're done. You're done. It's done. Please don't contact me again. You're done. You do not have to do business with anybody you don't want to. So even though it's an unfortunate reality that it's almost a certainty that you're going to deal with somebody that tries to pull that crap on you, you only have to deal with them once. And I have seen tarot readers get trapped. I hope I can bring them a better experience so that they won't want a refund next time. It's like, nope, you're just training. You're training your customers to be bad people. There's a thing. I actually wrote a whole article on this years ago. But anyway, you do not have to do business with anybody for any reason. You can be, oh, this seems nice, and then somebody comes up with a red flag. It's like, oh, la, 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 oh, you just said, because generally speaking for a tarot reading, there will be some communication before you do the reading, right? So, oh, red flag, they said this. I'm really sorry, but I'm not able to offer you a reading. Here's your refund. You can back out at any time, and you're good to go. So that's something to keep in mind. And again, that's like addressing some doom and gloom. Offering other products and services is part of it. You are not allowed to. I've done my reading for you. Here's your love reading, but just so you know, you will not. Just so you know, I know that I said what I said in my reading, but unless you buy my special anointing oil, that person will never find you. and you will be alone forever because somebody put a curse on you. Buy this thing. That's illegal. You can't do it. And if you get caught doing it, you're done in one step. Etsy will not give you a second chance. Etsy will not try to understand. If you have, if it comes out, somebody goes, oh, by the way, I noticed that you sell this. Is this good for this? You can say, oh yeah, I've had people have really, I've had customers have really good luck. They say that when they use this particular anointing oil, that they have really good luck in finding love. Oh, great, I want some. That's no problem. That's a no-brainer. But you cannot, under any circumstances, tell somebody that unless they buy this thing from you, because this is, there's a word for it, and you see it. I forget what the word is. Oh my God, I'm having a brain cramp. Anyway, you cannot you cannot create this situation where you are coercing somebody overtly or otherwise into buying other stuff from you because bad things will happen to you if you don't. That kind of manipulation is just not allowed. If you do it, if you try, so you say to me, oh, Peggy, I found, oh, this is going to happen to you down the road, but you have to buy this from me. I can shoot off a message to Etsy. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. This person's trying to scam me. You'll be gone. Might take them a few weeks to get around to reviewing you, but they will, and you'll be gone. So I don't want to be like all hard ass on that, but I've seen it happen. And there's a reason why tarot readers come in, set up an Etsy shop, and then they're done. Because it's really easy to make a mistake, especially if you don't know any better, and especially if other people are telling you that it's okay. So I'm telling you it's not. If you want to do a reading, if you want to do a love reading, and somebody says, "Oh, I noticed you've got love oil in your shop. Do I need that?" You say, do not say, "Oh, yes, you must have that, or this reading will never come true." Can't do it. But you can say, oh, well, if you think, you can absolutely say, you know what? This is a very popular oil for people looking for love. I'm happy to sell you some. You're good to go. You're following the rules. Okay. I'm probably going to edit that. I probably should edit that. If I don't edit that, anyway, comment below if you have any questions or need more information. I know a lot of people, I'm in the tarot world, so I know a lot of people ask questions about doing tarot readings online on Etsy all the time. And I hear so much crap that just isn't true, or so much crap that is true and people are saying it's not true. So anyway, I think I've covered the really obvious stuff. I've covered the really, really obvious stuff because everything else is fine. Like, let me take a look. Okay, returns and refunds and customer complaints is a thing that can get any Etsy shop in trouble. So again, if you've got problematic, angry people that are constantly talking down to you, demanding refunds, complaining, and you can spot them from the get-go, don't do business with them. And this is a thing. This is a thing. I've talked to people that are like, I've had the same person come in, and every single time I've done 5 readings with this person, and every single time she asks for a refund, it's like, stop doing readings for that person. She knows you're a sucker. She's just going after free readings, and she's going to complain every single time. And if you rack up enough complaints fast enough, Etsy will shut you down. And then they don't listen. Oh, well, everybody else, I really want to provide a stellar customer service experience. It's like, you are. But that person's taking advantage of your stellar customer service experience, and you need to do something about it. Okay. Anyway, I could go on for hours. I've already done a video talking about Etsy shut me down and I don't know why, which is definitely, if you're thinking about going into business for yourself, check that one out. Most of it's not going to apply if you're doing tarot, but actually, I guess most of it will. Insulting your customers, arguing with your customers, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. I definitely have to edit this, make sure that I get it down to a reasonable length, or make sure I don't. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you care? Do you want to hear me babble on for hours and hours about how to run an Etsy shop for tarot? You can definitely have tarot readings and other tangible products on the same page, on the same shop, by the way, so you can do that. I think that's it. I think that's the really obvious stuff that gets tarot readers confused, scared, worried about starting an Etsy shop. And again, it's the lack of, I don't want to call it lack of customer support, but it's just not the same because you're not offering the same goods, and it's already kind of in a marginal category to begin with. But like I said, life coaching, online consulting, other things like that are also in the same category because they're less tangible. They're less, so as long as you are not making promises of what's going to happen and how it's going to happen and stuff like that, and be generous with the refunds, which is an unfortunate cost of doing business in tarot to begin with, you should be fine. You should be fine. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. So I'm going to go off and edit all this shit up now, and I'm going to call it shit. It's my channel. I'm going to go ahead and get some editing done and get this online, and hopefully this is going to really help you guys a lot. I may even decide I don't like this and do it all over again. Who the fuck knows? It's my channel. I can do what I want, so I'll do that. Anyway, you guys have a good time, good day, good time, good day, good whatever, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you happen to be seeing this video. Hello to you. Like, comment, subscribe, comment below, comment. I love hearing back from you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.